What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to pick up from where we left off yesterday, which was discussing the major ascending broadening wedge that broke bearish on XRP. Granted, ascending broadening wedges are typically bearish. That's what the textbook shows. And you can see here within this ascending broadening wedge, we actually fell like 30-something%, but we did find a recovery point, a solid price support, which was actually the tip, the price ceiling of our bull flag formation here, which I'll show you real quick. You can see we have a bull flag forming on XRP that we've had for a very long time, since literally November of 2023 here. As we filled this gap in, lower high, lower lows, we're filling it in. Eventually, we broke bullish through it, and we actually rallied to the upside. Well, as you guys can see, we've come back down after breaking outside the ascending broadening wedge, which I'm going to shorten ever so slightly because at this point, there's no real reason to have it that long. We broke bearish, fell back down to bottom support, rebounded off price floor, as well as the top of the resistance here, right here. And you can see we're also becoming oversold, which is another major reason of this correction here. So bottom seems to be in, and there's a good chance as of today, in the next couple of days, we might continue to scour higher. But let's just see how the coin trades today, crypto trades today, especially when the stock market opens. As you guys know, there's a lot of crazy stuff happening right now within the world here that is currently affecting the market. Literally just Google current events today, and you'll see exactly what I'm referring to. And this could have some implications with the markets forming here. Typically, it is bullish. It does help the markets, usually, especially afterwards, but we'll see how that affects the markets right now. But if everything is separate and correlation isn't causation, hopefully we should be able to get a rebound and start to actually reverse off this and head to the upside, which would be very exciting. Hopefully that's what happens, but we'll see as we continue further. But with all that being said, super quick, want to give a huge shout out to BidFi for dropping a $20,000 giveaway here. If you guys want to get 20 grand or share in a price pool worth 20 grand here, all you got to do is sign up with the link down in the description below, and it's that simple. I think you can also enter the there's another link there for a Google form sheet to put your UID in, but it should all be explained down in the description with that first link, so make sure to click that ASAP. But with that being said, smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe. Let's jump right into today's episode. So guys, as you can see, current coin market cap, quick refresh reveals a few things for us. As you guys can see, in today's market, we're up 3.5%, trading at 2.41 trillion. So markets have definitely swung back up. About 0.1 trillion has entered the market. Trading at 65 on the fear and greed index is actually incredible here because it now allows for room for growth, which we didn't have before. Trading it in the 80s. We were at like 85, even I think 91 was the peak that we hit here, which was extremely greed. We were leaning more to greed biased, let's say. And now that that is over, we're back at 65. We look really good and really healthy for continued correction. This is anything, if anything, it's a healthy pullback on our way to scale higher. Remember, we're just 4 days away at the minimum from seeing the Bitcoin halving, which is between the 19th and the 21st. We don't know exactly when, but after that, we typically see some pretty incredible gains and liftoffs for the remainder of this year into 2025, which I am full-blown waiting for and excited for and anticipating, and hopefully you guys are too. You can see markets are overall starting to rebound today, but they are down quite a bit from the week. Bitcoin's down 8%, but up 2 currently here. Down 11.3% for the week for Ethereum, but up 6.5%. Solana's up 7 for the day, but 16% down for the week. And that's pretty much how this continues onwards for a lot of these cryptos, down double digits, but this is okay, and I want to show you why. You can see here, Solana is a great example of this. This by no means is, an unfortunate event that we hit. As you guys know, if I go back on like literally any of my previous YouTube videos here we could go back like a couple of days ago here, and I click 8 days ago, we get this video here. If I pull up the way Solana was trading, you guys will notice I talk about the fact that we could be breaking bearish, correcting to the downside consistently within Solana here, how there's many chances we could see potential correction. We can either breach that and head up, or we're going to come back down to the moving average right here. That's the price target as I just drew, coming right back down to retest that uptrend that we have in yellow. And as you guys can see right now, that is exactly what Solana did. And it's pretty simple. You can see Solana's been in an uptrend literally since November of 2023. We've been using this yellow support level which we've been using, hanging out on. Every time we veer away, we always come back down to a more neutral level to retest, the moving averages here. We had moving averages, price floor, and an uptrend, all holding the price of Solana up. And throw in the fact that we're also oversold, or retested oversold on Solana's daily charts, is another huge indicator that potential reversal would be in the market for the next couple of days. Even if we don't go that high and we just flow on this, there's a good chance we're going to rally back up to retest all-time highs for 2024 yet again, which is closer to about $200 on Solana. That's the price here. So again, for long-term positions, long-term holds, this is in my opinion, what I would do is, if I didn't have an entry point already, this is it. This is it, because I think we're going to be heading much higher up on Solana and eventually break through it. Long-term holds, that's Solana. XRP, though, I also think we're going to be heading up. We had a beautiful bull flag formation here. Clearly, we broke through it. We rallied up, and we came back down to the downside here, because these ascending broadening wedges always have a bearish bias. I can literally type in ascending broadening wedge. What is this for crypto? And you can see here, this is typical. Now we see this. It's a typical pattern that ascending broadening wedges break us to the downside. We have a beautiful higher low, higher high movement here. We break through bottom support, and then we end up correcting to the downside. It is a common practice and a common thing that happens, and this is exactly what we had. We rallied up into it. And here we are breaking downwards here. We found a bottom support. We're hitting oversold. Good chance we're going to hold this. And there's a very good chance we're going to start to recover, form some sort of technical indicator, and we'll see how that will lead us into the rest of the markets. But overall, great opportunity. Good chance of reversal going to start to take place over the next couple of days if you guys wanted to scalp the markets here. But I would let today play out. I really want to see how the stock market pans out, which we'll talk about in a minute here. But I'm excited to see the results of this, as this is a healthy correction. This is an ascending broadening wedge. They always break down. So the fact that this is happening right now is by no means a surprise. Obviously, it happens when I move, which is super annoying that I wasn't able to make that video on Saturday when this happened. And then I would have told you guys time to short, time to short, time to short, and then we would have been able to short. But of course, I happened to move the one time during the year that we see one of the biggest drops in a very long time. There'll be plenty more, don't get me wrong, but we'll have to reverse off. As I've said, if you miss the drop, you can always capitalize on the reversal up. And if you miss the reversal up, you can always capitalize off the drop down. Same thing goes with Ethereum. We retested beautifully the moving average here, and we're holding on to it. I'd like to see how things pan out, though. There's a chance we could be forming maybe some newer indicator here. Just for reference here, check that out. There's a chance that we could see some sort of, bull flag forming. We only have 2 points of confirmation here, but we almost have 3 points right here. So if I start to remove some of these indicators here, you'll start to notice a new pattern forming on Ethereum. And if this pans out well, we should be expecting to see a bullish break once we get through a lot of these resistances. And that same thing could almost be applied to Bitcoin as well. Granted, we don't have enough supports on the top that we've retested here, but look, things look absolutely incredible right now. There could be a new formation of a symmetrical triangle, a bullish triangle, and these typically bias and they break outwards here. Now, we only have officially 2 points of contact on resistance. We need a third one to confirm, because we could do anything until then here. So this is not a reliable downtrend. The support, I would say it's pretty reliable, but this downtrend, not so much. But as we start to fill this in, decision, we will come to a point where we need to make that decision, and hopefully it's in our favor and we break up. And granted, because this would be after the halving, I would almost confirm there's probably an 80 to 90% chance that it does actually rally us higher. So I'm excited to see the new formations on here. We'll just have to play it safe. Now, obviously, we'll do so on BidFi, which is the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that I like to use here on the channel. BidFi lets me buy along, sell short, leverage trade, create stop losses, take profits. Every single thing that you'd want to see offered on an exchange is offered on BidFi. They even have a welcome rewards bonus and a demo trading account. That means you can get up to over $2,000 in free cryptocurrency by clicking welcome rewards and then completing the tasks down below. Simple as that. And then they have a demo trading account for those that are beginners. You can learn how to trade cryptocurrency because they give you 50 grand in Monopoly money to test your skills, simulator money, test your skills, get familiar with your top favorite cryptocurrencies, and then when you're ready, you can switch on over to the live trading account and you are good to go. Lastly, to wrap up today's video with the S&P 500, as you guys can clearly tell with the S&P, we are starting to our descent to the downside, something we've been waiting for patiently for a long time. Here you go. We have a beautiful symmetrical triangle that started in overbought. We broke downwards here. Quite common, but when we don't have much more room to head up, there's a good chance of a correction, and that's exactly what happened here. And you can see we also confirmed a closure below our price floor, which was another indicator we breached the ascending fractal here. So that said, okay, time to create lower high, lower lows, and now we're starting our descent to the downside. Good chance we're going to come back down, probably another 7%. Once we retest moving average, we'll reevaluate our position, and we might be able to buy in. You can see we're slowly leaving that overbought market, which is great. Now, scarily, we could easily see a major dump back down to this support here. We'll see if that actually happens. That would be a 15% drop into a bear market. It is widely possible here. Hopefully it doesn't happen. If it does, again, another buying opportunity. It is what it is. That last time to get in on the markets when they're that low, because I don't think we'll go below that, but let's pay close attention to this, because this will start scaling our buying opportunities, but I'll only start once we come into contact with the green band. Then we'll have red, and then we'll put some over here as well. So I'm excited to see the results of this. But with all that being said, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.